Hello, hello, hello. This is Miss Ronnie with Miss Ronnie Rides at Real Talk for Real Life. Y'all forgive me because hold on a second. Oh wait. So anyway, welcome to Miss Ronnie Rides Real Talk for Real Life. Listen, this ain't gonna be long. I just got something I need to say to y'all. So this guy was doing an interview, and no, this lady was doing an interview. She was the reporter, and I don't know who the man is she was talking to, but she was asking him who qualifies and who doesn't qualify for a draft, because you know they talking about drafting, you know, a possibility of a draft. Do you know that this man said the caucasity of America, the caucasity of America? Do you know that this man said migrants, illegal and legal and illegal migrants and immigrants are required to sign up for the draft? What? How is the very people that you want y'all running around, dragging out their cars, dragging off their job, kicking them out the country, you know, doing them like a dog, basically doing them like a dog? You want them people to sign up to fight for you? America, you got the caucasity of America. Ain't that some mess? The very people that y'all are, all ICE is going after, get out of our country. Go back to your country. Get out of our country. You're taking the jobs. You're bringing crime to our country. The same people that y'all saying all of that to is the same people that y'all talking about they gotta register for the draft. Y'all got the nerve. Think they got the nerve? They got the nerve. They got the nerve to tell people that they don't want here to go register to vote in a war that we started in a country that we have no business in. Let me tell you something, ladies. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, parents. Let me tell you something, black people. If you have teenage sons, y'all need to get them passports. You need to, if you got to go in your 401k, you need to get them passports now. And you need to send them. You need to get them out of America. You need to get them out of this country. They have enough money to go set them up. The least expensive place to live is Thailand and Bali and Vietnam. You need to get them out of America. You need to put some money in the account, and you need to get a visa, and you need to get them a passport, and you need to get them out of America. You need to get them out. You need to send your children out of America, sons and daughters, because they going for the girls too. They gonna try to go for the girls too, to draft them too. You need to get them out of America, because they are coming to draft the kids. They are coming to draft the kids. You have better get your children out of America, because if not, they gonna come to your doors and they're going to take your children and try to force them into the draft. Y'all better wake up. We are in bad times. Y'all understand that what war is, all wars are. Stay tuned. I'm gonna make a video on what wars really are. The real deal behind wars. But in the meantime, y'all better get y'all teenage sons and teenage daughters passports and get them out of America, because they are going to force a draft, and they're going to force our children, our grandchildren, to go and fight this useless war. They're going to sacrifice the lives of American children, American teens and young adults. They're going to sacrifice their lives for this war. You understand? So I'm telling you, please, even if you have to go into your 401, your Roth or whatever, borrow off your life insurance, whatever you got to do to get your children out of this country into Thailand or Vietnam or Bali. Those are the least expensive places and very nice places, actually. Set them up over there in an apartment. Pay like 6 months at a time and set them up over there in an apartment. Get your children out of this country, because they are coming for your children and your grandchildren. They are coming for them. There's no doubt about it. They're coming for them. Okay? You think it's a joke? It's not a joke. They're coming. Get your children out of this country. If you got to go to, like I said, if you got to go into your 401k to have money for them to get out of this country, then you do it. But you need to get your children out of this country, because they are definitely coming for the kids, the teenagers, the young adults. They coming to sacrifice your kids, because they ain't sacrificing theirs. So who kids are they sending to war? Who grandkids are they sending to war? Not theirs. So I'm telling y'all, this is going to, and the thing is, it's coming here too. It's coming here too. It's coming to America. War is coming to America on American soil. We've never seen war. We've seen things happen and they lied and said it looked like terrorists. That they lied and said it was terrorists, but it was all actually them. It was actually America on its own soil. Because what they'll do, they'll cause something to happen, and then in response to what they cause to happen, we give up our freedoms. We give up our freedoms because this happened. We're willing to give up some more of our freedoms and privacy. That's how the Patriot Act was born, from what they did 9/11. America did that. America did that to its own country because they wanted a way. They had to have a good enough way for people to say yes to giving up privacy and more freedom. If they think if American people think it'll keep them safe, they're willing to give it up. They're willing to give up their rights. They're willing to give up their privacy. They're willing to give all of that up if they think it'll keep them safe. So I'm telling y'all, they are coming after. They're coming after the kids. They're coming after the kids to fight this war. And what's gonna happen is they gonna, not only the kids, they coming after young men. They coming after the adult men also. They're coming after them too. They're gonna come after them too. And what's gonna happen is we ain't gonna have no men over here to protect us in this country, because they're going to force them to go over there in another country. They're going to force them to go over there. Sorry, I'll keep going off camera. I'm doing something. They're going to force them, and they're going to be in another country, and that's going to open America wide up for Russia and China to come over here and attack us. It's going to open the country wide up, because it ain't going to be no men over here to protect over here. And the women are going to be taken off. The women are going to be taken off because the men are going to be gone. You understand what I'm saying? So if y'all have passports and if y'all have passport and you got money, if I were you, I would walk off and leave everything. I would sell my house, quick sale if I were you, and cash out my money in my 401k, and I would be gone. I would be gone out of this country, because this country is going to be attacked very badly. This country is going to be attacked very badly. And if you don't have to be here, I wouldn't be here. You know, now, y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like, give me a thumbs up. The thumbs up is not saying you agree. It's just to push the video through the algorithm. Listen, I'm telling y'all that if I were y'all, I would be leaving. And I know some of y'all gonna be saying, you know, this is my country. I ain't going nowhere. This country don't care nothing about you, especially if you black. They don't care nothing about you, especially if you black. So I don't know why y'all fight for this country. This country is so wicked. So wicked. This country cares nothing about you, especially if you are black. So I don't know why y'all be fighting for this country so bad. This country hate us. This country still hate us today. Today. So I don't understand why y'all still fighting for this country. This country is wicked. This is a wicked, wicked nation. Okay? I don't know why y'all fight for this place so badly. When this is a wicked, wicked nation. So if I were y'all, I would be selling off and going, you know, especially if you don't have nothing holding you back. God hasn't told me to leave, you know, and I pray and ask the Lord, you know, and God hasn't told me to leave, because if he told me to leave, he would be delivering me. I have a severe fear of flying, severe, and I ain't been delivered from that, you know. So, and I don't have the money to leave. I wouldn't know what to do for a job. So it's a lot of things that's keeping me here, you know. So, you know, if you don't have to be here, I would not stay here if I were you. I'm just telling you. If you do not have to be here, I wouldn't stay here if I were you, because this country is wicked, and America is gonna be judged, and God's gonna let the nations judge America. And not only that, for the simple fact that the allies that America thinks it has, it doesn't have. Nobody's gonna come and help America, because they realize America is wrong. America's wrong to go against them people. You know, America is wrong, but y'all don't understand. The Jews own America. They own America. The false Jews over there in Israel, them people false. They own America. Y'all understand that? They own America. The Rothschild, the Rockefeller, they put those people over there. They own America. So that's why America thinks that it can do what it can do what it does. It can do what it wants to do, because Israel and America are bloodline related. They own America. So that's why they can do what they do, because and that's why you can't say nothing about them people, because them same people own America. So I'm telling y'all, this war is gonna come to America. It's going to come to America soil, because America is Mystery Babylon. America is Mystery Babylon, and God has already said that America is Mystery Babylon is going to fall. So I'm telling y'all, if you're able to get out of America, you know, go get out. If you're able to get your sons and your daughters out of America, go, because America is going to go down, and the war is going to come here. The war is going to come here. Okay, it's got to come here, and It's not going. It's gonna come here. Sorry, I keep going off camera because I'm doing something. I'm working. So the war is going to come here. America is going to fall. You know, and that's not the worst part. The worst part is once that it's all planned. It's all part of their plan. It's all part of their plan to bring America down. It's all part of the plan so what? So for what? So that the Antichrist. So the Antichrist can rise. That's why. The Antichrist. That's why they have to take America down and bring the New World Order in. And the Antichrist, so the Antichrist can come. He's not going to jump up. He's not going to rise and go, I'm the Antichrist. I've come to solve all your problems. He's not going to come like that. He's going to come with the as a man with the plan. You know, a solution, the promised peace. You know, so that's what they've always done. They've always you know, that's what it says on the money, you know, order out of chaos. They always create the chaos so that they can bring the order. They do it. They create the sickness so they can bring the vaccine. That's what they do. They create a narrative so that they can bring out what they really. Now you see commercials about you know, the kids standing at a podium and talking about, you know we're the ones that get harmed because of guns. We have to keep the guns out of school. We have to get rid of the guns and keep the guns out of the school. See, that's the narrative that they're pushing now. So that, and then you have more mass shootings happening. Don't you understand that these people that's doing this stuff are being controlled? It's called the Manchurian Candidate. You understand? You ever seen that movie? With the newest version was with Denzel Washington and Liev Schreiber. Manchurian Candidate, where they implanted chips and they do something in that chip, and the person goes and do something and they have no recollection of what they did. What happened to the boy that killed Charlie Kirk? Where that boy at? Why we ain't hear no more about that boy? You understand? So they're gonna have people that's doing mass shootings, more and more mass shootings. Why? So that they can create the chaos of guns, so that they can come up with the solution that we need to get rid of guns. They always create the chaos to bring they create a real chaos that's really not real. It's a fabricated chaos, and then they bring the fake solution, which is the real solution, which is where they was headed in the first place. So I'm telling you, you know, all of this is leading up to something. So if I were you, I have young adults or teenage sons, I would, if it's got to be one parent that sacrifice their job and move out of the country with their child until their husband or their wife can come, I would do that, because they're going to draft. They're going to put out a military draft, and they're going to come for the son, our sons, our daughters, our grandsons, they're going to come for them. Our husbands, our brothers, they're going to come for them. You know, because they need some more, it's a blood sacrifice. You understand? And that's another video. But I'm telling you, they're going to. So if I were you, I would get my children, my grandsons, or whoever. Me and my husband would sit down and talk. And you need to do it fast, because they're coming. They're coming. You know, first they're gonna make it seem like it's voluntary, and then who gonna volunteer to go, you know, fight in the war with people that ain't did nothing to us? It's gonna seem voluntary at first, but then it's gonna turn into, yeah, you're going to do it. So if I were y'all, I would get my young adults, my teenagers, I would get out of this country. And I would get our visas, our passports, I would get out. For real. So, like the video, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think it's going to be a draft? Do you think that they coming? Do you think it's going to be forced? Or do you think this is all smoke and mirrors and it's going to die down in a week or two? Do you think that they're going to hit America? Do you think that we're going to end up with something happening on American soil? Let me know in the comments what you think. What would you do if your son got a letter in the mail talking about a draft? What would you do? Would you take your son and leave the country and leave everything behind? What would you do? Let me know in the comments what y'all think. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button. Thank you so much for listening. Share the video, and God bless you.